like you said, I was talking to a different company, and then I had a conversation with you. And you asked me, you said, "What are your goals? What do you want?" And I said, "Well, I want to be financially stable." And you said, "Well, we can help you achieve that." And that was huge. You spoke everything I was thinking at that current moment.
All right, how's everyone doing? My name is David Price. I'll be hosting this week's episode of Ordinary People Doing Extraordinary Things, and I have the honor and privilege to be interviewing Miss Amber. How you doing today, Amber?
I'm wonderful, wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I always like talking to you. You're full of energy. You're always smiling. You're always happy. Who doesn't like being around you?
Oh man, I get that all the time. People are like, "Your energy is so great." But I met somebody that has more energy than me. So
Who's that?
oh, we all know her and we all love her, and that's Jen.
Big energy Jen, huh?
Yes, yes.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So let's see here. So you started with us, you got your license in, what was it, November of 2020?
Yes.
And
Yes,
then
that's
your first full month was December, right?
correct.
Okay. So let's talk a little bit about what were you doing before you just woke up one day and said, "You know what, Mom, Dad, I want to be an insurance agent." What happened before that?
So before that, I was actually working with a company to start up. It was a marketing company, and we were starting to do it here in Lafayette, Louisiana. They're a national company, but we were starting here in Lafayette. And of course, we started that during the pandemic, so that was really hard to do. And then I just started looking for different options at that point, you know. And then I came across you on Facebook.
So you found me on Facebook. Was it were you watching another episode of Ordinary People Doing Extraordinary Things?
I was not, but you had a very intriguing post on Facebook.
You want to tell me about the post?
It just talked about six-figure income earners, and you were showing pay stubs. I mean, who doesn't like that stuff? I wanted to be one of those people when I saw that.
Yeah, I haven't done that in a while. I did that a lot in the beginning, and I obviously got a lot of traction, a lot of people, and then it got to the point where I was having too many people reach out to me, and I just couldn't keep up. Between the job postings we have, and other people, seeing what we're doing, reaching out to us. So I kind of slowed down. I was thinking about doing some 1099 posts, right? We all just got 1099s, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready to handle all that influx of people. But yeah, but it's good. It's good that we got you. We got you here, part of the team. So how long did it take for you to get your insurance license?
Oh, it took I would have to say maybe about a month, 3 weeks, something along those lines, for me to be able to study, actually go and take the test, schedule fingerprintings and all that.
Did you ever think that it was that easy to get your insurance license? That I know for me, I've always heard insurance was a good business to be in.
Right.
I just never knew how to get into it. And when I found out, like, all I had to do was a 20-hour course online, and I could have my insurance license in 2-3 weeks, I was pretty amazed.
Yeah, it actually was not that hard. I think I made it a bigger deal than what it was, for sure. But once I really got into it and started studying, it was not that hard.
Yeah, it's not. Same thing with me. And I remember when I first started, I was trying to be an expert in it. It was like trying to it was explained to me, it was like going to be like algebra. It's going to be something that you're going to learn and you're not really going to have to use with us, which was it was good. How did you feel when you were going through it? Did you feel like it was kind of boring or?
I felt overwhelmed at first. I would say the first couple of steps because it was just new to me. It's not something I've ever done. But as I went through it, things started making sense of what I learned in the beginning. So it, again, like I said, it was not that hard. I really enjoyed it, and I'm so happy to be here and know the things that I know, and to be able to talk to the people that I talk to on a daily basis.
I got you. And like I said, you're doing great. I mean, your personality's there, and I could tell that you really care about helping people, because that was the biggest thing is when people do start working with us, they look at things as like a paycheck. Like, oh, I want to get paid. I want to make the money. I want my pay stubs to look like those pay stubs you've been posting, or those 1099s. And the thing is, like, they're not focused on helping people. And I can tell that you're 100% focused on helping people. And the reason I know is because when the people do come and look at people as a paycheck and how to make some money, they're not successful. And the minute they change their mindset and they realize like, hey, these people really need our help. Let me figure out how to help these people. Well, that's when the money starts coming, right? That's when their productions increase. So I can tell, by your results that you really care about people. And like, what's the difference with you and some other people that, like I said, when they start with us, they're more worried about the money than actually helping people? What do you think makes you different?
I think a lot has to do with what I've been through in my life. I unfortunately lost some very significant people in my life. I've lost my dad, my children's dad, and my mom. And so none of them actually had policies in place. And so we had to do it on our own. You know, we had to find the money. We had to have all this worry on our shoulders of what we were going to do. And so I don't want families to go through what I went through. And so I go out there every day talking to people about that, you know, and saying, this is an important thing. This is something you need to do for your families. And I can relate to them and tell them what it was like for me. And I just care about people and I don't want them to go through that. It was hard.
My condolences. And a lot of times people do forget about that other side and really how we do help people. And I would say we help people on the worst day of their life, right?
Yes.
If you're dealing with a funeral home, it's probably going to be one of the worst day of your life, if not the worst day of your life. So, I know for me, when I'm looking to start something or do something, right, I have this one vision of what it's going to look like and what I'm actually going to be doing. And then there's what the truth is and what I'm doing. So how far off were we for, what you thought your day-to-day was going to look like versus what your day-to-day is?
I think y'all are very transparent in what you're going to be doing, you know, and the hours that you're going to be putting in and things along those lines. That's very transparent. I did not realize, I guess, the flexibility that I would have being a solo parent and not having the support of my parents because they're not here anymore. I'm having to work and I'm having to raise two boys. But the job that I have currently, I am flexible. You know, if they need me, I can be there for them, but I can still go out there and help families. So I think that was all well portrayed when I was talking to you about the process of starting with Senior Life.
I really appreciate that, because in this industry, and especially in, when we talk about social media and people posting things to recruit people or hire people, I feel like there's a lot of smoke and mirrors. And when I'm on the phone with people, I tell people, listen, I'm the most honest person you're going to meet in this industry. I'm going to tell you exactly what it's going to look like and what it's not going to look like. And I really pride myself on that. And I think it has to do with, how things were with me. Doug Blake, he was very transparent with me, very honest with me from day one. And so I don't have any reason not to. And I had a ton of success in this business in a very short period of time. So I can be honest with you. I don't have to lie to you or make something up. So definitely, I appreciate that you saying that, because it's one thing I do pride myself on.
Right.
So you said you're working on, you're going to be working with a marketing company. You start working with a marketing company, right? And the one thing, it doesn't matter what your company is or what you're selling or what you're doing, right? The biggest important is having people to sell to, or to provide this service to, or product to.
Right.
So how do you feel about our system? And do you have enough people to talk to about insurance by any chance?
Every day. I have a ton of people. I mean, I have even actually signed up a gas station clerk.
There we go.
I stopped in one day and to get gas. Got to talking to him, very nice man. And I just asked him, I said, hey, do you need some life insurance? And he said, you know what? I do, actually. And I said, great. I actually signed him up while he was standing behind the counter, and I'm standing there and asking him, his questions. So I have people to talk to because I can talk to anybody.
I love it.
You
And
just have to ask.
so I would say, do you know anyone from 0 to 85 years old that's going to die one day?
Yeah.
Those people need our insurance. So what about our lead program? How do you feel about that?
I love the lead program. The simple fact that I can get these leads and I have, days to make money on them. I think that that's wonderful. There are a ton of leads. I can pick where I want to work. It's a great program. I mean, whether we do it and I order my leads, or, I get the live transfers, it's all great.
Live transfers, those are getting very popular these days.
Right.
Have you taken many of them?
I've taken one.
And how is it when you got someone on the phone that just called our national TV commercial looking for insurance?
Well, it's great considering that with all this cold that we're having and all this ice that we're having, I have had to sit home and do calls. So the fact that they're already on the phone and they're ready, they know what we're about to talk about. That was definitely different.
So you're making money from home. Is that what you're telling me?
I am.
Did you ever think that would be the case?
I did not. I did not. So I'm actually able to sit home with my kids and, watch over them and make sure they're okay during the storm and still make money. You can't beat it.
Whoever thought Louisiana was going to have snow?
Oh my gosh. I had blocks of ice on my car, on my driveway, on my steps. I mean, there was just ice everywhere.
That's awesome. I mean, I don't have cable. I would say I can't afford cable. So I saw some stuff on social media about snow and stuff coming to Louisiana. I'm like, wait, what? And then of course, then comes the pictures. And then I also got some friends in Texas as well, and just really seeing these storms and stuff like that. So definitely prayers to everyone that's affected by this winter storm.
Definitely.
So I got a couple stats here. So your first full month with us, you did $8,000 in production. So that's pretty awesome. Just getting started. Did you ever sell anything before?
I did years ago. I was in radio sales.
Okay. What was that like?
It was great, but again, it's kind of the same thing. I enjoy talking to people. I enjoy meeting people. But I'm having way more success with this. So
what do you think it is that's giving you more success with what you're doing now than what you've done in the past?
First off, I'm just very passionate about this. Like I said, with my history and what I have gone through, that one, and two, I have a great product that everybody needs. In radio, you're talking to only business owners.
Right.
This this is everybody. Like you said, 0 to 85. So I think that that's the two big things that really help.
Okay. So, I feel that we do have a superior product for what we do.
Yes.
And, like you said, you spoke a little bit about your personal story and what you had to deal with, not being prepared. And obviously we all know about life insurance and what else is out there. How do you feel about our product, and how much different do you think things would have been, if you had access to it at the time?
If I would have had access to it, I know for a fact that we wouldn't have spent $15,000 on a funeral, because we do have legacy, and that's a huge savings for a family.
Mhm.
So that would have been huge and very, very, very helpful at that time. Because again, I was in marketing, starting up a company. I didn't have $15,000,
Yeah.
so that.
Yeah. I mean, most of America, right? They don't have $15,000. I've dealt with multiple death claims, and with legacy, $5,000 seems to be the magic number, right? So that's a third of what you dealt with. So it's definitely makes a big difference. And then let's see. So the month of January, you had $14,000 in production. So you're a 10K club member. How did that feel?
That felt amazing. I almost hit it on my first month, and that's what we were shooting for, but I knew I was going to get it in my second month.
That's good. That's great starting off. I mean, that's rocket fuel. I've definitely dealt with a lot of people. I think before you know it, you're going to be a $20,000-$30,000 a month producer easily.
That's my next goal.
If the snow lets off. So your next goal is 20 or 30?
My next goal is 25, right in the middle.
25. Okay. So that's your goal for February or for March?
We're gonna go for March.
March. All right. So I'm gonna write that down right here. So March.
Hold me accountable.
Number 25,000. All right. How many leads are you gonna get from the month of March?
So I think I'm actually gonna shoot for about 35 a week.
35.
I'm gonna go from 35.
So 140 leads for the month of March.
Yep.
25,000. Sounds easy. That's it. I think you got your numbers right. I think now it's just a matter of doing it. So
yes. Well, I'm gonna do it every day.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. So what are some of your goals, right? Usually when someone does get their insurance license, usually there's something real personal attached to it. There's something that they see or something they want. What's your story on why you got your license?
So I do have goals, and I do know that this company can allow me to reach those goals. So a lot of those are just being financially stable for my boys. They, like I said, mean the world to me, and they deserve as much as I can give them. So that's number one goal. My number two goal is to buy a new car. I don't have a bad car, but I'm ready for a new one. So I am going to do that in 2021. That is a goal of mine for this year. And that's pretty much my two goals that I'm working on at this current moment.
I love how you say that's what you're going to do. Like, not I'm working on it. I think I'm going to do it. Or I'm trying to. You're like, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to get a new car 2021. So I definitely love that. So when we were speaking earlier, I believe you're talking about that you're actually looking at different companies and you were possibly wanting to work with someone else. And I love that you did your research, right? I see so many people that are with companies that literally never looked at anything else. They just fell in love with their first girlfriend and got married and had a kid, and that's everything. And
Right.
so why us, and what did you think was different about us versus, out of the thousands and thousands of companies you could work with, why did you choose the Price Group?
So like you said, I was talking to a different company, and then I had a conversation with you. And you asked me, you said, what are your goals? What do you want? And I said, well, I want to be financially stable. And you said, well, we can help you achieve that. And that was huge. You spoke everything I was thinking at that current moment. And then, like I said, I had stopped because of the death that we had experienced. I stopped studying and things like that. Again, I saw you on Facebook. I saw you doing your thing, talking about it. And then when I did the research on the company, the big thing is taking care of their clients. In their worst moments, we're here for them. And that spoke volumes to me because of what I went through. I would have loved to have an agent by my side, a company behind us, helping to save money, helping us do pretty much everything that we needed to do for that funeral. I wouldn't have had to do it alone. And so then again, it spoke volumes to me, and I decided that I wanted to be with the Price Group because of the core values that this company has.
Awesome. I definitely appreciate that. I think it's always about what the person wants, right? If I don't know what you want, I don't know if I could help you. So it's definitely one of the questions I like to ask people when I'm interviewing them is, what are your goals? Make sure we can help them with it. So where do you see yourself in 10 years? Let's go down the road real far, because I know the early goals, you want a car, but let's talk about 10 years from now. Where do you see yourself?
10 years from now, I actually see myself, building a company within this company.
Awesome.
So I want to have people underneath me that are doing amazing things, making amazing money, helping people. So I do see that in my future, hopefully sooner than 10 years, but I do see it in my future.
Absolutely. Do you feel like we have the tools to help you with that?
Oh, definitely. There's no question in my mind. I have amazing people above me that I can reach out to daily to teach me how to reach that goal.
So what about vacations? Where's your next big vacation going to be?
With you guys.
What?
So yeah, that most likely will be. I will be on that trip. I know I will be.
So is it the Mexico one or the
No,
one after, right?
the one after.
We're waiting for them to announce it still, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
hopefully they
I can't speak up.
the one we can't speak of yet. So
Yes.
but no, I have no doubt you'll be on that trip. That's good. So that's it. You're like me. My first year, I was no trips, no vacations. If it wasn't an incentive trip that I won, I was working on building my business. So I can see you got the same mentality. So that's awesome.
Well, I did take a trip recently. I went to Arkansas, but it was to help people.
Save the people of Arkansas.
Yes.
How was it out there?
It was amazing. I met some wonderful people. I was actually able to bring my kids with me on that trip. They stayed at the house, and I was able to go and talk to wonderful, amazing people and help them.
I know when we when we get a surplus of leads in a certain area that does require a hotel or Airbnb, I know you're one of the first person to volunteer. I know you love traveling. So what is it? Why do you love traveling so much? I
just like to see things and do things, go to new areas. I've never been to Arkansas, but I've been to quite a few places. So that was super exciting for me. And again, it's really cool that I can bring my job with me wherever I go. It doesn't matter.
Say, hey, I'm going to California. You got any leads out there?
Right.
So is Louisiana, is this your home? Or I mean, you talk about you like traveling, you like the freedom. Is there some place that you're eyeing that you may be or may not be moving to?
So I have been juggling the idea of moving.
Jen, she's gonna cry. Hold on a second. Make sure she's not listening. Jen, close your ears if you're listening. Don't listen. She's gonna be so upset.
You know, I am juggling about moving to Texas, maybe.
Texas. All right. Well, that's not too far. It depends. What, Texas is like a whole country. What part of Texas do you
Right.
think about going to?
Around the Dallas area. I
Dallas?
have a lot of family out there.
Oh, Jen's crying. She just posted the cry emoji. She's supposed to listen. She never listens to what I tell her to do.
Sorry, Jen.
You and Jen got so tight so fast. I love it. When I was talking to you on the phone, and after you finally finished your contract with us and everything, and you're ready to go, I knew she would be the perfect mentor for you. I knew you would be thrilled working with her. That's what I knew. How do you feel about the whole thing?
Oh, I feel amazing. You did a great job matching us together. Her energy keeps me going. Like I said, if I'm, maybe hesitant on something, she's like, why are you hesitant? Like, she knows exactly how to talk to me, kind of give me that little kick push that I need, and just keep going. That's her favorite saying, just keep going. And it's true.
We call her the machine.
Yes, and she is.
She's like a train. Man, so we got a bunch of viewers. We always have a lot of viewers on this. Afterwards I take this and we send it to the marketing department and have them make it all fresh and nice for YouTube, right? Where we get a lot more viewers. And I've been talking to a lot of people on the phone that really love our videos and love everything. What is one thing that, for somebody that's watching or says, insurance is boring, or this might not be for me, or I can't do this, or I don't know how to get a license. What's something that you would want to say to that person that's just on the fence and watching from the background?
Just do it. I mean, what's holding you back? Just get out there. You can talk to people, meet people. You can sit at home and do this on the phone. It fits everybody. Whatever you're struggling with or battling with to not do it, just go do it.
I love it. I love it. Just do it. Nike. That's it. Just Nike. Just Nike.
Just
so, and I mean, that's it. I know it's such an amazing opportunity. I just really wish more people took advantage of it. I mean, I do get messages daily, but I mean, knowing what I know, if I could really show someone what I see, like, I feel like I should be like shutting my phone off. I get so many messages. That's really what it should be like.
Right.
Well, I really appreciate you. We're hit there at the 8:35, so I think we're about 30 minutes because we did start a little bit late. Anyone that is on here, again, I really appreciate all the support. All the comments, all the messages, all the shares. Everyone's just super, super supportive. A lot of people say, once you hit a certain level of success, you're supposed to have a lot of haters. And I just, that's not my experience. I guess I'm doing something right, or maybe I'm doing something wrong, but I definitely appreciate everyone that supports us. Appreciate you for jumping on and giving me a part of your Wednesday evening, because your time is very valuable. And that's it. Do you have anything you wanted to add?
No, just if you want to do this, or if you're thinking about it, reach out.
Reach out to Amber, reach out to myself. If you know Jen, who we spoke with, reach out to Jen. Just talk to someone. The conversation is not going to hurt. Right. It may not be for you, it may be for you, but at least talk to someone about it. Unless you really, really love your job and you're making plenty of money and your life is perfect, then please don't change a thing. So,
right.
All right. Well, that's another episode of Ordinary People Doing Extraordinary Things. Thanks again, Amber. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day. Have a great Wednesday night, and see you next week.
All right. Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye-bye.